screencast for Within Word Patterns, Sort 46, 3 Sounds of the Past Tense ED. Now, today, if you look through your words, what do you notice that they all have in common? All of our words this week end in ED. The ending ED, when added to a base word, makes the word past tense, which means something that happened in the past. Let's look at an example. One of your words this week is walked. That means that was done in the past. Our base word of the word walked is walk, and then the suffix ed is added to the end to make it past tense. If we use just the base word walk, we might say, I will walk to school today. Which means that's going to happen today. I will walk to school, and we have our base word walk. Now, if you use our full word with the ed added to the end, we would say, I walked to school today. So again, adding that ed ending changes the sentence to make it past tense. Now let's take a look at our headers today. What do those mean? Let's take a look at some of our words and see if we can figure it out. I have 3 words here that are our header words. Those are the words that are bolded. And these will kind of give us an idea of what these headers mean. So we have the word picked, prayed, and waited. Now all 3 of those words have the ed ending, which means they're words in past tense. But I want you to listen again as I say them aloud and tell me if they have the same sound at the end. Picked, prayed, and waited. Again, picked, prayed, and waited. Do those all sound the same to you at the end? I hear 3 different sounds, and our headers this week are the 3 different sounds that the ed ending makes. Now, inside of these 2 slashes are letters or a letter that make a sound of that ed ending. So this is t, t. So words that have a t at the end. This id is id. So these are going to make words that have an id sound at the end. And then the d in between the slashes is d. So let's look. Picked. Does that sound like a t, an id, or a d? Picked would go under t. We hear a t sound at the end of that. What about prayed? Prayed. I hear d at the end of prayed. So we're going to put that in this category. What about waited? Waited. I hear id. Wait, id, id. So waited is going to go in that category. Let's do a couple more examples together. I'd like you to say quietly the word walked. Which ending sound do you hear? T, id, or d? Walked. Walked would go in the t category. Walked. What about rained? Say rained quietly. I hear d sound at the end of rained. What about handed? Say handed quietly to yourself. Handed has the same sound as weighted, id sound at the end. So that's going to go in that category. Now what I would like you to do is pause this screencast and go ahead and sort the rest of your words. Remember today, since we're listening for sounds, you need to say the word quietly aloud so that you can try to hear those ending sounds and figure out which ending they go in. Remember also to use these examples as a guide too. You can help see if the words sound the same as the words that we already put in these categories. So again, go ahead and pause this screencast and continue to sort all of your words. All right, now that you've had a chance to sort your words on your own, let's take a look and see if you have them in the correct spot. So let's read through each column, and I want you to try to find your words as I read through to make sure they're in the right spot. If not, move them to a different category. So T ending, that we have picked, passed, jumped, missed, walked, bumped, dressed, and asked. So all of those words have that sound at the end. Next, let's talk through the id category. We have weighted, dusted, twisted, kneaded, handed, loaded, started, and melted. All those words have an id sound at the end. And then our last column has d sound at the end. Turned, yelled, screamed, snowed, prayed, rained, nailed, and cleaned. Now what I would like you to do is write your words or write your sort in the day 1 section of your spelling packet and refer to this screencast as often as needed throughout the next 2 weeks.